Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another live session at PTH Properties, the first session of the week. Hope everyone had a good weekend. So, we are here today where we're going to be joined by a mentor, social media influencer who deals with athletes up in the US in terms of providing them with a platform. Young and upcoming athlete. Afternoon, Alex. Hope all's well. Yeah, so it's a young and upcoming. It's for the young and upcoming athletes up there. So I just want to see how they deal with the athletes there. Maybe someone in the UK who's listening, possibly who deals with sports and athletics and players all over the country can possibly get some inspiration on how pro-linked officials work in the US can help them out over here. So let me just send this over to him. So yeah, I mean, that's what it's about. But I'm like quite glad that a lot of people are joining me on here, discussing various topics. I wouldn't have thought that I would be at first when I started these live sessions, I thought it would just be property, but now it's like, yeah, everything. So Donte should be on in a minute.
Yo,
Hello, good
what's
morning.
going on, man?
It's like early morning up there, I guess.
Yeah. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning, but
Wow.
I'm usually up around this time, so I'm not really tripping, man.
Going for your morning run and all that.
Uh, nah, man. Usually, I just get up around this time because
Uh,
just staying on routine.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I mean, is it like a morning routine that you have that you got to wake up at 6 and then start with, you know,
I mean, it's from playing sports, man.
is it
Just the discipline, getting up early,
getting into
eat
training?
breakfast, go to train, and so I just stayed on it, man. And it feels better because it feels like you get your whole day too. I can't sleep in the bed after 8 o'clock.
Is
So
it? I can't get up until 8 o'clock.
yeah,
Possibly because I'm not an athlete. But
yeah,
it's good to have you here, Dante. It's
good to be here.
thank you so much for taking out your time. Accepting the invitation to join me. Um, so the whole point of me doing this is to share the knowledge. I know you're all the way up in the US and you deal with athletes up in the US, but I'm here in the UK. There may be someone listening out here. This story is going to stay on live for the next 24 hours. It'll stay on my IGTV as well. So my point is to share knowledge and provide inspiration to people who
Uh-huh.
are young athletes, or because we're talking about sports today, so I'm going to talk about athletes and everything in there. So we want them to get all the positivity in their life that they can, because
Gotcha.
there's a lot of negativity that's going on right now, um, with all the lockdown and the COVID, the economy going down. All of that is hurting a lot of people, and they don't know what to do. So we're here today because you're in the sports industry where you deal with a lot of athletes. You might be dealing with a lot of their negativity, positivity, how you bring them up in life, and the platform that you're giving them, the social media platform and the camps that you're giving them. All that kind of stuff I want to talk about with you.
Okay.
So before we start, if you can introduce yourself as to who you are and what you do, and then we can take it forward.
All right. My name is Donte Savage. I'm from the United States, but I'm originally the city that I was born in was in Portland, Oregon, way
Okay.
on the West Coast. Yeah, it's way on the West Coast. And I'm 31 years old, former pro athlete. I went to school at New Mexico State. Then after college, I played for the Green Bay Packers
Okay.
for a short period of time. And now I have my own food cart called Jada's Soulful Eats. So I have my own little restaurant. Not restaurant, it's a food cart so people can pull up and get food and whatnot. And
Okay.
I'm also working on our startup called ProLink. And which ProLink is going to be a
Which
social media.
better, Pro Linked or the food cart?
As right now, the food cart, because I can't really do nothing right now with ProLink. So since everything is
What's the best dish you make?
um our have you ever had shrimp and grits?
Nope.
Shrimp and grits is
So I'm sure
shrimp
it's shrimps and
grits.
grits. What's grits?
Grits is basically like it's a I don't know how they say it in the UK, but it's kind of like it's
Is it
like a grain. It's a
food?
grain. It's a grain.
Okay.
It's like a cereal. It's like kind of like oatmeal.
Okay.
But
Got it.
yeah, so basically, you put your little mixtures, your seasonings, and all your vegetables and whatnot, and we dress it up with the shrimps, and actually, it's very amazing. You have to try it.
It's like a protein rush, I guess.
Yes, basically, yes.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
that's one of our and then also we serve a lot of people like our deep fried ribs.
Ooh,
Yeah,
those
yeah.
are the ones, aren't they? Um,
Yeah.
so like you're doing your food part time as well, and you're doing your pro linked sports campaigning for young
Yeah.
athletes as well.
Yes. And also sports professionals as well.
Sports pro-
Cuz with the count with the ProLink app, but basically what it is, we're working on to centralizing the whole sports industry into one app. So if you want to go there to you can post a player or even
world
a
sports industry or just the US?
no, the sports industry, far as like soccer, basketball, baseball.
Wow.
We trying to touch every single sport in the whole world. So basically, what it is, you create a profile. If you want to find, if a scout or agent want to find talent in a different state, they can by using the ProLink. So it has a database full of athletes, scouts, trainers, and other sports professionals. So
And
if
you're managing it all by yourself, or you've got a team?
oh, we have a team. It started back in what 2000. To be honest, like when I got released, I was playing. I had some downtime. I got released, and I was just, I always thought about like, I never want to work for anybody. I always want to be, my own boss. And basically, what it was is that I was just thinking about ideas. What can I do? And I was just thinking about how the sports industry and guys are missing out on so many opportunities because they don't have the resources or they don't know where to look.
Can I ask you the reason that you went and to go ahead with doing this? Was it the fact that you faced it as well when you were a pro athlete?
Yep, yep.
That
Just trying to find agents and
okay.
things like that because, like, the sports
So this
sports
app
industry.
is basically an athlete can find an agent and an agent can find an athlete. That's how
Hmm.
it's
And then
basically something like LinkedIn sort of thing.
like a LinkedIn for sports. So if a scout see you, if they
Gotcha.
looking for a 6'2", you know, a 6'2" bass point guard or whatever from Croatia.
So they can put such specific details that they
Hmm.
can get the exact match of what
Of
they
what
want.
they looking for.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, yeah. So and then plus it's gonna be fun
So
because
it won't even just be agents then. It could be the owner of the club.
yeah, yeah. So like
You
that's
know,
why I said the whole
just
sports
scrolling
industry.
on his phone, he
Hmm.
comes across. Oh, the coach said we need this guy, this guy. So he just went
Hmm.
got the whole list of people, and he can share
So
it
it's
with.
not cutting the teams out. It's
Yeah,
basically helping them. Easier
everyone coming
source for
together
them to.
in that sort of. So even the athlete could be like who's in that team. They could possibly scroll up and they could find their
Yeah,
partner,
and
colleague.
and, and make it expose yourself because they can post film on there, and so people can see their talents. Because guys like in the States, it's real. Like you go to the NFL, you go to the
I
NBA,
mean,
you go, NH.
I'm just watching The Last Dance right now. Michael.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
exactly. But a lot of people, a lot of kids don't know, if you don't have an agent, is like, or somebody that is educated in the sports industry. Like, man, like those kids in Europe, and especially where you're at, especially in soccer,
yep.
because in the U.S. soccer is starting to, you're starting to see a lot more kids are starting to play it more, and a lot of kids, like, man, there's like
Exactly.
what, like 8
All the
divisions
players that are
in
going from here to the U.S. They
Exactly. But there's like 8 divisions,
yeah,
like, and then a lot of guys, work their way up. But,
absolutely.
like a lot of guys are looking for the opportunity. Or I talk to even former athletes like, man, I wish I had something like this, when I was in high school, because, I probably would have never quit playing sports.
Yep.
So I'm just making it easier way for the next generation to get it done. But my team, we're working on it. The programming is done. We're just on the designing part, like far as like getting the graphics done, and then we're going to launch it. And so we can get all the bugs and stuff
So
out. But yeah,
you think that a lot of guys quit playing sports because they don't have the right openings in
yeah,
whatever they're playing? They be playing basketball,
yeah.
football, NFL, all that kind of stuff. And what's the impact that these guys have on their lives afterwards, for example?
I mean, sometimes it's kind of tough, because you got to think about it. Like, just imagine if you playing sports your whole life. You play, high school. You play, pro, what I'm saying, in college and whatnot. Sometimes it's tough to get acclimated in the real world, because you're so used to, that's how you put food on your table. So sometimes a lot of guys get a little frustrated and flustered, men and female, when it comes to finding a new career. Or some people, they a lot of times they don't go into their professions,
Yeah.
like what they got in degrees. So sometimes it's just, it's kind of just a learning curve for
But
them.
don't you think that it's like, we know a lot of players in the world that have
Hmm.
gone on and they have done magnificent stuff from a young
Yeah,
age all the way to the top. Just take Michael Jordan, for example.
yeah, for sure.
The sheer hard work that he put into his life,
Hmm.
into work that he did, he got noticed, right? He
Yeah,
got
yeah.
noticed. So if someone wants to get noticed, then why would they need an app rather than putting in that hard work? I mean, don't you think you're making
I'm,
it really easy for them?
nah, because the thing about it is that you're still going to put in the work. You still got to go out there and
I
run.
mean, a lot of young
Nobody.
get chosen because, like, at a young age, for example, we
Yeah,
have Messi, for example, who
yeah.
played for Barcelona. I mean, he got picked from a young age in Argentina all
Argentina.
the way
Yep.
to Spain.
Hmm.
He's playing for Barcelona, right? So he must
Yeah.
have been so good for him to be picked. I mean, at that point, there was no app that was helping him.
Oh yeah, for sure. You
So,
just, it was word of, a lot of stuff was word of mouth, because right now, like to this day, a lot of things is word of mouth. And the reason why I feel like it's not an easier way, easier aspect for them to easier athletes, so they won't put in work, is actually is going to make you work even harder, because as an athlete, whatever you put on film, that's your resume.
gotcha.
So you ain't gonna put nothing, no, half-ass workout, or half-ass football. All your drills are, even game film online for the whole world to see, if you ain't putting in work. You know, so
Yeah.
it's gonna make a lot of kids more hungry, and that's what it is. Because if you have every single football team in from Europe to Africa to Spain to all that, you have an abundance of choices to go somewhere and to get noticed, at any moment of the day.
The coach,
So
or the selection team might get confused going through your resume. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
take me through the app. Is it a mixture of Instagram, LinkedIn.
Okay, let me explain it. So
Let's
basically,
say
what
I'm a new
coach? Okay,
and
I'm about to explain it to you.
yeah,
Okay, so basically, what you do on there is an athlete or a scout or a trainer or an agent or whatever. They build build a profile that's customized for an agent. If you're an agent, you go in there and click. It will auto populate. For an agent profile. Like if you're an athlete, it auto populates for athletes. Just depending on what we have a different profile for each sport,
okay.
because you know that each sport you do different testing, and what we're going to do, like for the athletes, for example, an athlete goes on there, it has all their like all the testing scores
Yeah,
that you put in. You put all your profile information, like your name, date, height, weight, whatnot. You get you can post your film on there, as far as like your YouTube or
yeah.
or your huddle. And what it is going to do is, show all your accomplishments and whatnot. And basically,
Pull up your college,
it's
your
it's just a full resume, like a CI. What is it? In soccer, what is it called? A CIV.
okay.
No, CVS or yeah. So basically, it's basically your resume digitally for
Yeah,
everybody to see across the world. If you got some new film, you can always update your film. If somebody want to, and then if you want to follow your favorite famous athlete, or if you want to just follow other athletes and other agents, you're just going to be well connected in the sports industry. And then when it's time to move on, say if you want to move on from uh, football or basketball or your sport to coaching, or if you want to be an agent, you're already plugged in. You already have the resources to get connected. Because the reason why I built it is because I had to do it the old way. Just hop on a plane, go from city to city. Seeing, just kind of just looking at everything and looking at the missing piece that I know I'm going through what I'm going through, but I took the positive from a negative, and I seen like, damn, we can capitalize. A lot of people can capitalize off of this,
absolutely,
and
absolutely.
you know,
All about
you know
it's all about bringing the community together.
together.
We're
Hmm.
in a digital world right now, and everything is accessible from
At
our
any time.
everything like
Hmm.
24/7. You can access whatever you want. A guy sitting up in China, for example, he's looking for a football athlete all the way in the US, something, like a defender or something.
Yeah,
That's an amazing concept. I mean,
yeah,
I've not heard of this.
yeah. I came up with it, man. I came up with it in like 2 days. Like to be honest, my wife,
Have you got a patent for it?
huh?
Have you got a patent for it?
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
That's good.
So yeah, so what it is like, man, my wife now, but she was my girlfriend at the time.
Okay.
She I was just at the house, man, and like she was like, "What are you doing?" And like I just came up with this idea. We sitting in the car, she was helping me out, and then like I came up with a business plan. I was reaching out to different people, like my boy Mitchell. He does marketing. My
Okay.
boy, my partner Giovanni Rodriguez. He works for actually Warner Brothers Studios,
Oh,
and Eric Flores. They're two of my partners. They do user experience and graphic design.
okay.
And then my boy, then we designed these hoodies right here, these Pro League hoodies. They're embroidered. I'm gonna have a Shopify. We're gonna have a Shopify set up and whatnot, so we
Uh,
can sell
I look
merchandise as well.
forward to one of these hoodies.
Yeah. So yeah, so we're gonna be appreciate it. And we're gonna be coming out with different colors too, man. It's good quality. It's
Absolutely.
nothing cheap.
I'll just put it up here. I mean, I like the blue color that you've used of LinkedIn. It's good,
Yeah,
it's
right there.
catchy. Um,
Yeah.
when is the app launching, Dante?
Right now, we were looking to do it in July because we're going to do our first camp in July.
Okay. Okay.
Since this COVID-19 then like killed everything, it's just kind of like it just puts us further back and back. But like I'm not. not tripping about it because this could be some time to to sit back, replan, and figure out how we're going to attack it. Just as far as the whole team.
Pick it up 10, 15 times, because because app is such a thing these days that you got to be hit on the first show.
Mm,
You
yeah.
know, it's one of those things that you can't mess about with it. Um, so how can this app, let's say there is a player
Hmm.
in Africa, for
Yeah.
example, right?
I'm glad you brought that up.
Of the being one of like a third world continent, for example, right?
Yeah.
Not many people have phones out there. Not many people have access to the Western world out there. How can they sort of dream of becoming that athlete?
What we're going to be doing is we're to be honest, I was talking to this agency in Kenya
Okay.
actually, and basically what they want to do is collab with us. They already have athletes out there.
Okay.
What they want to do is make a pipeline straight through ProLink through us. So they already have the kids. They already have
So you've
the players and everything.
that
So
with
if
all
they
the
already have, if they already know the outreach and how to maneuver it and work it out in Kenya, well, they can use our database to put in their players, and that's how they're going to get reached. Because what we were going to be doing in Portland for the first camp is let the kids go through the camp, do the testing and whatnot, so they could be the first ones featured on the app.
so that's a good thing. That's a good
Yeah,
thing. You're
yeah,
helping the first before then your own, I mean, US,
yeah,
for example, or UK, or and all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah. So we're but the thing about it, we're not trying to take people's business away. We're
Yeah.
basically helping them, to get their kids. Because I know in them third world countries, like far as like Brazil and Africa and
Yeah.
places like that, it is it's scarce.
Right?
It's
Tough
tough.
because
It's tough to get out. Yeah,
there is a lot of talent out there that cannot be
extreme talent.
seen, or because of the drawbacks that they have, because possibly they don't have a phone, they don't have a computer, they don't have
Yeah.
access to all that kind of stuff. um Quick question.
Yes.
There's boxing, there's NFL, there's baseball, there's basketball, and there's soccer. Which of these five is the biggest sports in the US? I know, I mean,
Uh.
in the UK it's football, right? Soccer.
Yeah. 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 Definitely. Definitely. Everybody knows that hands down.
Yeah.
And I'm a big football fan too. I love watching. I like watching European football. It's like I don't know what it is about it, but like it's just like damn, I never seen guys move like that before.
Yeah. Right.
But the biggest sports is football, basketball, baseball. Baseball's kind of toning down because it's a lot of kids are still playing baseball, but it's not as popular how it used to be in the like 40s and 50s and 60s.
When
Like back,
the Yankees
that was America's
saw.
past. That was They call it America's pastime.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, that was the sport to play because football and basketball really wasn't they were the up and coming sports, but they surpassed baseball. But yeah, basketball, man, you can find a basketball court
Full of people.
you can find a basketball court anywhere in any city in the United States. Like you're going to find a basketball court, or you can find a football field. But a lot of in Oregon, since we got a professional MLS soccer team like the Portland Timbers,
Yep.
and
Yep.
then we have a lot of different like smaller club teams
Yeah.
for their youth. So you're starting to see a lot more soccer fields pop up. Because I know in Europe and in other countries, there's not a lot of basketball courses, all like soccer fields
Yeah.
and like street soccer and stuff like that. Yeah,
Football and rugby. I mean, the NFL that you have there.
got you, got you.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
those are the sort of fields that we have. Um, so, final few questions that I have for
Oh,
you.
all right.
What is How are you adopting yourself right now in these times, and how are you going to learn from it to move forward in life?
Well, you know, right now I'm adapting fine. To be honest, like like going through something like this is rough for a lot of people, especially Americans, because I know looking outside, looking in from different countries, y'all probably think America is a shit show right now,
No,
which
not
is
at all. Not at all. I mean,
oh yeah, but
all these countries are in it together, right?
yeah,
It'd
yeah,
be
but
UK, it'd be China,
mhm,
US.
got you. Because the thing about it is, in America, you know, it's a little I understand it's a little different because you got about 12 million people out of work and whatnot. So you have a lot of people that are looking for assistance and things like that. But luckily, I'm blessed and I put myself in a position where I can still provide for my family
Absolutely.
and also provide a
And
service
I
for.
think these food carts are going to go upscale big time.
Oh no, no, definitely, definitely. In Oregon, a lot of like the best food to get is all at food carts because
Absolutely.
it's all natural. Yep.
Pakistan. So I mean, it's all about food carts there.
You say
All
you
about
you
food
say
carts.
you say you're Pakistani, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's a right by Portland State. There's a Pakistani restaurant that
There,
I've been to, and the
we're,
food is
we're
amazing.
everywhere.
It's
We're like
like-
China. We go everywhere. We spread.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing about Oregon is it's very diverse because you have a lot of Middle Eastern people, you have Indian people, Asians, a lot of blacks. It's a melting pot for everybody. So, one thing I know, food brings people together, and
Absolutely. Absolutely.
and that's what through these hard times, that's what we were doing. When we first opened, we actually gave out we gave out free food for families that needed help, and during this time because a lot of people lost their jobs, and some people can't get assistance, as far as the government and
Yeah,
whatnot. So
yeah.
I think it was a good thing for us to do, and man, I love it. I love going to my
Man,
job every day.
congratulations
Like
for that. It's
yeah,
a good deed that you're doing. Before we go, Dante, one final question, and that final
yes, yes.
question is, what would you advise to the young kids, the young athletes, the young sportsmen or professional sportsmen also, going all the way high up to club owners, for example, if you have to give them any advice, what would advice be so that they can carry that on for the rest of their life?
Enjoy it while you last. Like because you never know when your day is up. And but also, man, like if you want to be an athlete and do this for real, like get paid for it, and you want to wake up and every day and do what you love, man, you just gotta take it seriously.
Absolutely.
Cut out the distractions, stay focused. Make sure school is important first, and and then also, man, take care of your body. Like you
You just read
take
my
care of your body.
ask you, are you planning to make an app on how to lose weight? Like you can see.
Nah, I don't know that. Hey, there might be it's a lot of apps like that already, but nah, nah, for real. Like with athletes, like take care of your body, man. Because the thing
Absolutely.
about when you get older, stretch, do the things, listen to your trainers, man. Like I play pro, so I've been to the highest level because in the NFL, less than 1% gets the opportunity to even go to the pros. That's how it goes. It's from high school is millions, then goes to the hundred thousands, to the
That
thousands, and then
that
to
I was
the
seeing that
yeah.
movie, or yeah, about that athlete that got done for rape or something, in the
When?
NFL. In the NFL, it was on Netflix. I don't remember which one it was. Um,
I'm trying to think.
but it was all fake. And then after a few years, I think after many years, he got cleared of.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. He was a linebacker.
Yes.
He was a highly recruited,
Yep.
and
And
far as
at
oh
a
yeah,
late age in his life, you know.
yeah,
But
yeah. But the thing about it is, man, like oh yeah, another thing, man, like for especially for male athletes. You know, you see it all the time, man. Guys getting caught up with women, and you know, sometimes, you know, I don't, you know, in those situations, you know, sometimes a girl can lie on you, or maybe
Absolutely.
or maybe you did something or whatever. But you know, just to protect yourself, man, just say, like my coach used to tell me, just say no. I said, if there's 100 girls in there, if 99 say no, that one gonna say yes. So just, you know, like I just tell, like, man, don't force yourself on no woman, because you already in the spotlight. And if they get to, you know how the media is. Once they catch on to a story or something like that, then they, you know, it's like a snowball effect. So, you know, like, protect yourself, man. Like, just if she say no, just keep
Just,
it pushing, man.
turn back.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dante, for coming on and you
Oh,
share
definitely,
all
definitely. Thank you for having me
the
here.
vision that you have of bringing the athletes to the right sport in the right manner,
Hmm.
for the right pay, for the right um, uh, opportunity, you know, in their life, the biggest opportunity in their life. You know, athletes, all they aspire to be is that sportsman that they
Hmm.
can inspire the younger generation that's coming after.
Yep.
So I really congratulate you for what you're doing, and I wish you all the success.
You too. You too.
Pro
Definitely.
linked all over the place. Like today, we see LinkedIn, we see Instagram, we see
Uh,
Facebook. You know, I wish you all the success, and may ProLink become one of the biggest sports scouting apps ever.
yeah.
You know, so wish you all the best. But thank you so much for joining me and taking your time out on your early morning session. You know, but I'm sure you
Definitely.
get
Definitely.
on
Definitely.
get on with your day now, and all the best for your exercise ahead.
All right, man. Talk to you later, man.
Take care and stay in
All right.
touch.
Bye bye. You too.
Take care. Bye bye. So that was Donte Savage from ProLinked, who is currently building a sports app for the athletes all around the world. I thought it was just going to be the US, but it's actually the whole world, and that's an amazing thing for what he's doing. So wish him all the best for coming up with such a great idea. Got a live session at 3 o'clock with an interior designer in London, which should be good. I think that's my first one with an interior designer, and then the second one is with a business entrepreneur all the way in Saudi. So looking forward to those two. So thank you so much to all those that tuned in to the live session. Once again, a big shout out to Donte Savage from ProLinked. Wish him all the best again. Take care, guys. See you soon. Bye bye.